We're close to the end of round 1.
Twisted Minds versus Vitality.
3 world champions.
The first round of the Swiss, the juiciest matchup.
For the first time, but Johnny, they'll be up against a team that took.
Ooh, we got Johnny and Cole.
Regionally, how will this one shake up in game 1? Brought to you by Progressive.
Yeah, this really is for me the match of the round. When you look at this one, you just don't know what to make of it.
Agreed. Match of the round.
Have clearly got that peak ability. Will they be able to?
Twisted Minds have to be green while Vitality get to be their own yellow. Is it a scam?
Vitality haven't been consistent either this season. It really does leave this one completely wide open.
How long before Nupo hits something that makes us pop off?
Put a real target on their back right now.
Mina 2 never really had good results before. Is it finally time to change that?
If Twisted Minds can take them down, that can change so quickly.
Oh, Zen versus Nupo again. This time a couple more people are on the field.
No doubt he was trying to snipe bottom corner.
It's a decent start there for Team Vitality, though. They'll be happy that Zen has got involved early doors. As Monkey Moon slows things down. They'll be frustrated with how the regionals then, when they would have expected to have beaten Carmine Corp at least once when it mattered. Instead they've had to settle for seconds and settle for a little bit less than that in open number 2. Team Vitality, do they step up the way we're expecting?
Oh, wow, handoff. Well, this is looking good early on for Vitality because we're getting Zen on the ball a lot in the final third. You know, while Vitality have been inconsistent, like the Death.
Oh, the big whiffs. All on purpose. Crispy Maestro. Let's go Twisted Minds. They were the 6 months prime. Twisted Minds.
I'm mainly looking at Exotic and Monkey Moon, though, to be honest.
Certainly more fun if they were to win.
Exotic and Monkey Moon play with the level we know they're capable of.
Over to Twisted Minds.
We've seen Zen, Exotic, and Monkey Moon win before.
It does just seem that Team Vitality are beginning to turn the screw somewhat, but this is better from Nalpo.
Nalpo pilled is Cole. That makes sense. He's casting with Johnny. We'll let him have it, you know.
Best players in EU for at least 1 or 2 of those regionals.
Ooh.
Rotating back, so Zen just sends it to the side.
Oh, wait, this time the way too dank sound came at 308. So it's not guaranteed to happen at 2:30 or whatever.
Yeah, it's good leave there. It's, you know, the Twisted Mind roster all trying to get their one Middle East, one Saudi player online.
The bar, for anybody who's just in here or seen it go away, it pops up if people start voting. So if you start feeling like you're enjoying or hating what's going on, then you can type something, and it will adjust accordingly. And it's like tells me chat's going to be in favor of Atomic scoring.
To just prod it forwards to Atomic for the easiest goal he will score all tournaments. Now, teammates and
I didn't realize that this bar was just going to become everybody voting whether or not they're happy or sad for a team losing, but it is up to you guys.
And if they do lose, it'll give them confidence, because he's confident that at the very least, it's going to be a close one, and that will bring them so much belief, especially, as you say, Johnny, with the relative inexperience of Nalpo.
You know, Atomic going way back to RLCS Season X and EU, but, you know, talking about lands, he's kind of one of the less experienced players as well. I mean, we're talking about a pitch containing all of Vitality plus Rise, the 4 of the most experienced LAN players, but, you know, Atomic is another one of those players who we've been waiting to see him land on the right team and just play at the class we know he can.
What is the LTK?
An opportunity to do it now in a powerhouse multinational squad over there in the Middle East.
I've just gotten so used to seeing it, I didn't even think about it, but I realized I don't know what it means. His old team.
Sub 3 hours ago and this just now popped up.
Yo, parkour, they have the 29 months prime. This share button. Yeah, sometimes you can sub and then you have to like refresh to see the share button. Long time king. License to kill. Looking to knit. Looking to kill. Lick that kitty. Huh.
Still manages to get it as far as Atomic. Goes almost over the top of Zen. Twisted Mind's going for this long ball.
You would love to see someone make a Twitch plugin that did a real-time sentiment analysis on chat. Is that not exactly what my perfect bar is doing? Chat sentiment is currently happy. They like Twisted Minds winning. I like to think of it as they're currently enjoying the stream. They love the vibes, the jokes. Everything's going great. Oh, but it does seem to be just directly tied to whether or not the team they like scores a goal. Because as you can see, it's going down. And now I need... Oh, no!
defense.
Hey, Zen. We like Zen. We all love watching Zen. Ooh, team pinch too?
Team pinch clear.
Team pinch clear into fall down dunk.
On that clearance was just that little bit more than Rise.
That was a nice play. Yeah, exactly. Crazy pinch play.
Pinch shot or the pinch pass is enough for Team Vitality. Got themselves in the fake, almost backfires there again. Atomic has to be alert.
Ooh, that'd have been insane. YHVVKHF. My favorite tier 1er of 8 months. The bar is directly related to the amount that Feer is talking.
To shoot that one, Rise almost lobbing the goalie. Got it past everybody. Here he comes again with the ground game. 50-50 from Rise. Zen's guiding it clear, but Twisted Minds are applying the pressure in the closing seconds. Can they find a way through? It's on target again. Monkeyman's awkward. He has to be careful here. Pre-flips into the corner to keep control.
Monkeyman gets it as far as he can. He keeps it going as well towards Exotic. Zen is lingering underneath, praying this ball falls to him. Instead, it's cleared by Atomic, so Zen has to race Rise for the ball. He does that so Vitality can transition. Monkeyman doesn't quite get the double. Rise can't quite connect either. A couple of nearly moments leads to a game 1 overtime.
Well, that was a phenomenal infield pass. Absolutely perfect at the end of the game there from Twisted Minds. Rise, I don't think he expected it to be as good as it was. Now here comes Zen, looking for the back. Dumped in by Exotic. Vitality, 8 seconds into OT. A shake of the head by Atomic. He'll know that he could have been bigger behind that ball. Got hard dunked on, and it's 2-1 Vitality.
Finally,
because you just got dunked on. I ain't even lying. Yeah, you just got dunked on.
Signature assist. And Vitality do claim it. I don't think
Yep. Atomic was standing in the way. But Exotic jumped up in the air and he dunked it on his face.
Well, you know,
+2 in chat for the great reference that everyone understands.
Game. The takeaways really are that Vitality seem to be able to control the midfield for the majority of the game, but they did look a bit overextended at times.
-2 when you wrap? No, that was certainly just as good as Cascade.
To the final third and get countered, but that's your big moment of the game, unfortunately.
No way, what a pull. That one guy, dude. I +2'd for the few people.
At the end of the game as well, Atomic should be able to get behind that. So it's a couple of misplays maybe from...
It seems like I got to set it up so that you guys can type +2 and -2 as well as your reason why. But right now, the only things I will register is if your entire chat is just either +2 or -2.
Off the back of their shoulders.
Or like I said, you could type I can't, because if I make a funny joke, you could just type I can't and then the meter will go up because you're like, oh, I'm having a good time, that's funny. Or you could type I can and that will do the opposite. If you'd rather type I can because the joke is not good, then that will push it towards the I can side of the bar.
He's one of the strongest players mentally, especially at these early stages in tournaments. So he should be more than fine to rally individually and help the team rally against the, well, comeback win there from Vitality.
Well, here is Rise, and straight away he gets a flip reset defensively, so not too nervous after the mistake in game number 1. As you were saying, Johnny, is what you'd expect to be the case, and he then gets the follow-up against Monkey Moon, but it is Team Vitality that are starting off with a little bit more territory. Here comes Zen, tries to prod that one into the corner. Saved well by Atomic. Can Twisted Minds really exert some control? The goal they got in game 1, sorry, was a counter-attack. They had a couple of chances beyond that, but this is more what they're after, actual ball control.
Dupo has yet to score.
Atomic gets a bump on Exotic, right?
Oh!
Just the eyes of the crossbar. Nalpo can't get the angle either. Atomic up against them with a 50-50, and Monkey Moon, boostless himself, is bumped a pull shot to clear it.
Well, huge chance, and it was
there has been only one game, but that's the kind of expectation we have from Nupo.
A little bit situation for Rise here. Does well to 50 outward, but it's going straight to
wait, Zen. Does Zen like have ball cam on? Maybe that wasn't. Felt like he could have like stopped or turned in and maybe chipped it around enough that it would have been worth a chance. But
now he's starting to pull together for the team.
Both teams though are having to do a lot on the zero boost.
As special guest, can you explain why Atomic is allowed to play on 2 teams?
Look at Rise, zero boost again, just lofts it
as long as you change your name, you can play as many teams as you want. So he changed the C to a K. And 328 is when we get the way too dank sound in this game. It's getting earlier and earlier. Is this how we expected his first goal to go?
How did he manage to 50 this so well? Zen has just been completely destroyed.
Just
Where did the
a
power
50
come
pinch
from?
with Zen directly into the net.
Slams it in. I think he must have got a second touch after it hit the ground there.
Why is he the only one who does that? Is that a thing that he does? Like 50s in his back corner directly into the net?
A fake kickoff too, almost fell for Rise. He had to watch that one go over his shoulder towards his teammate. Zen keeps it in Twisted Mind's mind. Rise up against Zen. Now Poe's going to have to get a tricky read. He does enough here to push it to the side. But it's Team Vitality after conceding. Stepping up well again. Zen's in a little bit of trouble in this corner until he just
His signature move is getting 50'd from the back corner and pitching it directly into the net.
Atomic chasing this ball down now. Gets a huge demo again. So the aggression game is starting to come out for both teams here. I would say as Rise almost gets someone over the top of Zen, who I'm sure will remember that 50-50 and won't want it to happen again.
Now Poe looks a lot more lively now that he's got his goal. He's on the board. And that's the guy that Twisted Minds want to have, influencing the play as much as possible.
That is the guy they moved all the way to another region for.
Different level. He's known as such a fast player, even playing with a ping disadvantage online in Europe, as a lot of the Middle Eastern players do. In fact, all of them do. Now he's on that even ping on land, so you'd think he'd just be the fastest player in the pitch, and at times he does look like it.
Atomic and Exotic, clean 50. Atomic
that's going to sneak in. That's going to sneak in.
Oh, this has been a match of 50-50s here. Exotic.
And he played off the bump, too.
Just outplayed in the back corner by
and then just snaked it in.
And Exotic is someone who's known for his 50-50 games. He's scratching his head and I think, what's going on? Why are they able to just 50 the ball?
Some of you guys are typing, I can't, when goals go in. Are they funny? Or you just want the bar to go up at all costs? Yeah, that's unsurprising, Olympic smoke rings, right? You can't just be spamming duck ass in the mainstream.
Nothing is falling for them.
It's just the 50-50s every time. Rise perfectly able to drop that one down for Atomic. Monkey
3-0 Twisteds. They were the 4 months Olympic.
As third, and it doesn't fall to you. Well, your net's open.
Who do you have winning second stream? Do I have Luminosity or the team that's going to win? I probably have the team that's going to win.
When they are going face-to-face with the Vitality players, they are looking stronger in every sense of the word. Good win there from Atomic. They've got the pace as well, but Zen comes away with the ball. He was the difference in game 1. Gets over 1, almost evades Atomic as well. Exotic is waiting for this one. Hopes that Monkey Moon can pass the ball to him.
Rise chirping, unsurprising.
Slow way round. Monkey Moon dives in boostlessly.
Boostlessly.
Waits. There's a demo there from
I need to use that one. Write that one down.
Towards Zen. Zen faked out Atomic. So now Poe can come in. Vitality dealing with this attack quite well. The Twisted Minds will be happy.
Epic Prince Gaming.
Fear, you never fail to make my tail wag. You make me want to just bark and woof. Anyways, did you see on the Vans got D-Dusty?
I did. It was not me. Thank you for the tier 1 for 14 months.
In this stage of the tournament, if you can shut down a team, if you can, keep them at bay for a full game, it can really start to drain on you mentally. You just want to get a goal. It's something that doesn't matter what level you're at in Rocket League. If you go without scoring, you start to question yourself, and there is the goal. Exotic is the scorer. Still time
too little, too late.
Here for Vitality. Now Poe and Atomic.
Oh, the Ultimates or Luminosity? Yeah, the Ultimates.
Yeah, 1 of the 100.
You're the pack leader. Woo.
Suddenly it's 3-1, and Team Vitality with 42 seconds. They'll have a sniff at this one. And we're thinking if they can get something from the kickoff, they can get a couple of 50-50s, maybe things will go their way. The ball does pop to Exotic. Zen's in front of them. Will there be a pre-jump? Yes, there is. Here is Zen into the top corner. Monkey Moon bumps out Rise and waits for the ball. They'll try again, but this time Zen just has to watch it go over his forehead. Zen up against Nalpo. 25 seconds left. Twisted Minds. This game to end. The path a little
it wasn't fully open. It's close.
Instead, that's
Chalupa Batman!
TM better put this series to bed +2+2+2+2.
You can't really count Vitality out, can you? Not with
Twisted Minds putting the series to bed. They haven't officially won a game yet. Thank you for the 6 months of Prime.
Twisted Minds will tie the series, and that's what I think Rise meant when he said that they don't really mind win or lose here, as long as they have a good series, and now they're in one. Tied after 2, Twisted Minds looked like they were running away with it there before Vitality rallied at the end, but it was too little too late. and the international all-stars, Twisted Minds, are here to play.
What I would say as well is that when Vitality got that goal, it was
Chat enjoying a Twisted Minds win, it would seem.
Twisted Minds, who had Atomic scoring 713 points.
What a game by Atomic.
Nice to be nice. Same to 31 months prime.
Very, very simple. For Twisted Minds, just to be rattled a bit. When Vitality get the goal, we have 3
Who is Twisted Minds' coach? I'm sure if you said the name, I'd remember it. But
and then even if they win the game, you know,
can refresh?
If
you say so.
Going and dealt with the threat very well.
That felt like we almost picked up right on the same sentence he was already on, but
great game awareness, even when the pressure was just beginning to
no. Senzo, yeah, you're right. Okay, that's why I didn't recognize that guy. Senzo is their coach. He's coaching remotely. He's coaching remotely.
Atomic is the one.
That guy who's standing behind them is not Senzo. But I don't know who he is.
This is the.
I mean, I do. I still think if you said his name, I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that guy.
We're finally seeing what Atomic can do. Finally seeing what Naupo can do when you surround them.
That's the manager.
At their own level, or
can someone explain the +2 to me? Everyone's enjoying the stream and it's going really well, so everyone's typing +2, and that's filling this bar up.
Scoreboard, get a world-class game or you lose. That's been Naupo's LAN history. Not anymore. Now you can just have a quiet, consistent game and watch his teammate do all the work.
Well, Team Vitality, the onus switches back to you. You took that game 1 in overtime. It was a little bit hairy. Game 2, you were somewhat outclassed. Now game 3, can you begin to exert your own pressure? The man who's just boomed that ball towards Naupo is the one they'll be turning to. Well, Zen got up his sleeve, but Monkey Moon, as we all know, a serial Worlds winner. Exotic has been a major MVP. And Zen has won at least a couple of events himself, including the World Championship. So plenty of talent in that Team Vitality roster. As Exotic gets it towards Zen. Zen almost scores. Moon following up, deft touch towards the ceiling. I think he wanted the flip reset there, couldn't quite get it, so tried to turn it into a pass, but again, Twisted deal with it very well.
Yeah, more team pitches attempted by Vitality. They've had a few of those this match so far.
Now at 4 minutes, we get the way too dank sound.
There's the handoff, Rise to Naupo, fakes it.
Ooh, baby. Yet to see any Naupo bangers. That's right, I just said Naupo.
Make sure that the 1v2 will not come through there for Naupo, but it looked dangerous.
Yeah, we saw in the pre-show Naupo scoring a goal similar to...
Did Alpha say he's coming back? I'm not sure. I think he probably will.
Is good enough just to get a flip reset. You have to time the flip reset. Things get more and more difficult. Monkey Moon tries to get the floor pinch. Atomic just runs away with the ball, but Monkey Moon has another chance. Alpo and Rise get in each other's way a little bit.
Liquipedia spoiling the series? Did they, I mean, the delay on the stream is only ever like 10, 20 seconds maybe. From like actual real life moments based on, you know, my calculations when I was on the mainstream. So there's no way they know, like, it's not like 10 minutes behind or whatever. It says 1-2. I think that's a mistake. It's 1-1.
RLCS majors, RLCS,
and there's no way they're even enough ahead for this game to be over.
Matchup that could easily be a semi-final or maybe even better this weekend, depending on how things go. Twisted Minds are doing a great job sustaining their position. Oh wow, what a
that's an open net.
Nobody saw that one coming. Monkey Moon there for the tap-in. Look at this continuation by Zen though. Jumps off the ceiling.
Oh yeah, dude, Rise. That's just tough, dude.
Zen was simply falling.
That is tough.
Underestimated.
Explain the way too dank sound. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. We don't know why it happens. The mainstream is doing it at least once a game. Kind of sounds like Sparkle Boost. Ooh!
He was already starting to cheer before it went in, and he almost looked a bit silly because of it, but he gets his goal.
Yeah. At least he dunked it, but
it was close enough. To the goal
from Monkey Moon.
Zen thought Atomic was doubling it, so Zen actually threw himself into the goal to save what was just a backboard pass, and it was wide open essentially for Rise. There were goalkeepers, but if Rise places that well enough, he's just going to have far too much momentum for anyone to get in his way.
Here comes Zen. He's got Monkey Moon to his right. Oh, Zen is threading the needle almost over the top of Exotic as well. Rise was pipped it in, but all three Twisted Mind players have come forwards. Naupo is the one who takes the ball on. Monkey Moon got in there ahead of him. Rise, couple of touches. Exotic gets the 50-50 in the air. Atomic has to leave that one towards Naupo. It's going into the corner.
Imagine you are swimming underwater, a boat passes above you, that's the sound.
The mechanical players in this lobby are certainly online.
That sounds scary, honestly.
Atomic's been the player to watch right
now. And I definitely have never had that happen because
Vitality have got to be careful if, you know, one pattern that we are noticing.
Assuming it's propelled by a propeller of some sort.
They nearly did it again.
I do not want to find myself under a boat.
The corner bounce was favorable for them, so they could get back. This is not the way that they want to be playing. High risk, and in a tie game situation, at least that high, this seems a bit unnecessary.
Lovely passing interchange though from Team Vitality. Exotic takes over the reins. Monkey Moon's below him. It's a little bit heavy towards Monkey Moon. Thought it was perfect for a second, but now back down the other end. And feeds it into the corner. Twisted Minds, you feel, could certainly do with
You've
this
only
game
had a
more
whale
than
swim over
Vitality
you?
could. If either team can win 2 in a row to win it by 5, I'd say Vitality are more likely. Let's see if that ends up being correct. Rise.
Oh, what pass.
The pass to the left, instead goes straight down the middle.
Oh, that's so finishable.
Huge block.
I feel like it's unlike Nupo to not just be chasing down every ball as well.
Comes Rise again, doubles it downwards, it's across the box, and Atomic didn't believe. He thought Monkey Moon had the clear.
Is he playing last back? Playing safe? See, there's the sound again. 2 in 1 game? No way does he double those, right?
Leaves it for Monkey Moon, but Rise should sweep up easily.
Well, multiple chances.
It's just like the definition of way too dank.
Chances we've seen all game. They all went begging. It's Atomic going over the ball. Rise actually
if you imagined how the way too dank emote sounded, that's what it would sound like.
And so much speed. Now put to the back post. Atomic wasn't there for it. Rise hadn't completed his rotation to come back in yet. Twisted Minds still.
Oh!
By far the better team here.
Broke the lock. What does that mean for the rest of this game?
So Rise can just push it forward. Monkey Moon was getting back in his tracks, got there in the end. 25 seconds left. Next goal could well win this one. It's been a tight series. Atomic to the ceiling.
That looks shootable.
Nalpo,
it is!
And look at the reactions of the players.
Exotic and Zen with a really bad double commit there. The recoveries are not coming through on that one. They just did not have the communication. They did not have the trust in defense. The Twisted Minds pressure finally got to them. It's all 2s and 1s on the scoreboard. Final 20 seconds for Vitality.
Team Vitality needs something right now, and they've got the ball in the worst possible place, their own corner. Nalpo to the ceiling, wants to follow this one up, he gets there! Exotic with the save. Rise keeps the pressure up though. Twisted Minds refusing to let this ball leave until the demo. Zen up against Nalpo, can't win it cleanly. The ball's gonna go high though. Monkey Moon fakes it. Anyone there to help him out? It's Exotic. He goes as far and as long as he can. It's not gonna be enough because Rise, with one touch, pushes it back to Team Vitality territory. Zen gets the catch, follows it himself. Atomic won't let him, but keeps it up somehow. Nalpo though surely is gonna kill it, and he does.
2-1 Twisted.
Go within 1 of winning this series.
Look at the little alien, the mind.
The huge play to assist the first goal, and then it was really Rise.
Luminosity Ultimates has started, and Luminosity is winning. The Ultimates are, in fact, chalked. NA is over.
Creatively passing it to his teammates, just putting the ball in positions that really Vitality didn't want to have to deal with. Yeah, great play on and off the ball by Rise, second half of that game.
Johnny, you recently made a video about how much can be done.
Liquipedia was right? Did it say Twisted won?
Going for bumps, going for demo.
You were in that video.
I was in that video. I played very well, thank you very much.
I mean, no matter what, someone's going to win the game. It's going to be a 2-1 or a 1-2. Vitality going 0-3 in Swiss. I doubt that.
That we're seeing now, where Rise had the ball in front of him, and he wiggled.
Look at that free screen time for the Twisted Minds plushie.
All of Team Vitality were looking at the wrong man. He had 0 boost and still did so much with the ball. It didn't lead to.
Are they playing with the broken flip resets from the current patch? They are playing the most recent patch, I'm sure. I'm sure they're playing the latest version of the game.
Makes the end of that one more comfortable than it otherwise would have been.
You know, the scary thing for
you know what?
Is
I guess I don't know for sure, but I think they use the like they used to have a LAN client, but I think they just use the regular client now. But maybe I could be wrong. Oh my goodness! Instant pinch, double commit on kickoff from Twisted. Rise tries to cut that off, but he just plays it right into. I mean, it's a double kickoff into a heavy cheat. I mean, that's a pretty risky kickoff. 8 nitrogen monoxide way. Looks like we're going game 5. Oh, that's great from Zen though. That's just a great read. That's such a common kickoff now.
Your resolve. There were multiple games in a row needed when they did take down Falcons. in that open. I think it was 3 games in a row they needed at the best of 7.
Wow, what is going on?
Same heart and spirit to get themselves back in.
We are 12 seconds into this game. We are 12 seconds into this game. This is faster than 1v1 gets up to 3 goals.
Right, come on, we've got about 4 seconds to keep up the ratio of goals that we're seeing. This has got to be a goal, Monkey Moon. Don't let us down. Ah, Monkey Moon. The dunk wasn't quite good enough. GG's.
Yeah, the goals per second are really falling off here rapidly. If that was another win on the kickoff for Vitality.
Oh, baby! And just like that, before 30 seconds is up, it's a tie game again.
Just as we were beginning to lose heart, he gets a
nice finish, Atomic. That's a good shot.
Gets the finish over the top of Monkey Moon as
My
well.
goodness.
When you got Monkey Moon in the
What is going on in the other stream? The ultimates are already up. So the Luminosity dream is already over. Wow. Wow. I can't believe we didn't even... I called the game over, obviously slightly as a joke. We didn't even make it 30 seconds into the game before it was already tied up.
Oh my goodness. Zen gets the redirect. Exotic almost gets the same, but now there's a counter attack.
Wait, what's going on? Ooh. Looked like Zen was the one going for the demo, because Zen got the demo, right?
It was.
You said at the start that he was
But he needed to be prepping.
Example of that prowess keeps Vitality in parity with Twisted Minds.
That was like off another Vitality overcommitment. I mean,
bang? Ooh, that seems shootable. Actually, do credit Exotic with a save, but I think that was missed.
Second best offense, aka the worst offense on the pitch between the 2 teams today.
That's a glass half full, glass half empty.
Yeah, a bit of a negative way of saying that. I think Twisted Mind's offense has been better, but you know what I mean. Vitality's offense has been lackluster.
Dude, that was a great setup. Ooh.
Not a good combination.
Ooh, Luminosity tied it up.
Could not get the goal in off Exotic's good recovery.
Oh, here we go. Here.
Ooh.
An old school flip reset now.
Nice save.
Exotic to the ceiling. Atomic pushes this one out wide. Team Vitality.
Just a simple reset shot. It's not getting past Mr. Nupo.
Has gone by without too much goal mouth action.
Does Nupo bang that?
Beats Nalpo to the ball there. Is anyone following up for him? Yes, there is. It's Zen. Monkey Moon's got the boost to play for this one. Exotic's underneath him. Does he go for the fake? He tried to, I think, but Rise was alert to it. Zen keeps it going. Monkey Moon's lingering. It can
I save.
when Monkey Moon
Getting around the air dribble cringe.
Also
what does it mean by old school flip reset? He means Monkey Moon's old. If you're Monkey Moon and you get a flip reset, it's old school.
What a game he's having. He's just gone past 5.
All right, here we go. Nupo has arrived. Oh, that's the last time he touched it. Wow.
He thought Nupo was going to double it off that reset, and it shows you the respect Zen's got for the aerial ability of his opponent there, but he massively overestimated how much boost Nupo had left.
That's so funny.
If only there wasn't 17 more goals left in this game to be scored, we maybe have an idea.
Anyway, here comes Zen, wants to get one of his own. Rise up against Exotic. Rise wins that one cleanly. Nalpo's waiting, and they will be terrified right now of Nalpo Team Vitality. Atomic, sorry.
Oh, that was a good way to dank sound. Nice and long and loud. I was missing it for a bit. I was like, what happened to the way too dank sound? All right, we're not even halfway through the game. We are not even halfway through the game. 3-3.
And Twisted Minds have to say goodbye to their lead for now, but this is still looking really good for them. I like what I'm seeing from them. Naupo's finally coming online, and it's not that they really needed it. They're winning without him peaking, and now he's having a great game. Half the game to go, though. Can Vitality keep the pressure on? This has been their highest offensive output by a long way.
They seem to have the balance just a little bit better in the last minute and a half. Team Vitality still going for bumps and demos. There's not 2 players going for it in front of the
Nupo, go the distance again? Nope, dunked instantly.
That one towards Exotic. Zen's up already. No, he's not actually. Atomic was nipping in there underneath him. Zen comes away with the ball. He's managed to wriggle his way out.
What's he got for us? What's he got for us? Sheesh!
That's Zen reminding us that he's on this pitch too.
Zen with barely any boost.
Yeah, this is exactly. That's such a strong touch considering he had like no boost.
Atomic is back in the goal line. Doesn't matter.
Zenema.
4-3. Vitality have got a long way to go.
The crazy part is this game is going to end at this pace like. Oh my goodness! No way! Oh my goodness, Nupo! Oh my goodness!
4-4-3s at its brilliant best.
This one is cinema.
Heavyweights just swinging right now.
Slugging.
No defense can keep them at bay. Still a long way to go in this game. Vitality looking to force game 5. Twisted Minds trying to advance in 4. And here comes Zen again.
That was the Nupo ult. Nupo definitely has an ult. His ult is good enough that it's not even won a game sometimes.
Exotic struggling to get away. He does well to keep it under control. Twisted Minds starting to posture up here though. Do Vitality have the boost to contest them? Just. And then away it goes.
I can't keep up. This is ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. The plays we're seeing.
That was not great, but Monkey Moon didn't get there quick enough. I'm like, Nupo just gave Monkey Moon a shot. Maybe he knew exactly how much boost he had.
Points in 4 minutes. He's on for over 1,000 in regulation. You don't see that very often.
Rise is on the ball right now. Tries to get over Zen. Zen gets a prod at it. Monkey Moon shoots. It's just your basic shot. Nalpo is ready for it. Exotic up against Nalpo. Good 50 from Exotic. Monkey Moon is a double commit.
Ooh! Dude, it's just haymaker after haymaker.
5-4.
Nupo tried his best to kill it.
Does more than enough. It's just clean over Rise. Bar down and in.
Clang.
52 seconds left. Zen answers once more.
I love that as well because I didn't see it to the replay.
What a beautiful game number 4.
Speed of light communication between the two of them, but here comes Rise. Monkey Moon's already up. Atomic has Nalpo beneath him. Nalpo has to get back quickly here. Rise is trying to help him out, but Zen has the ball once more, gets the bump on Rise. Monkey Moon's already up. Good pace from him. Exotic up against Nalpo. Nalpo is losing that ball to Exotic. Is there a pass in the center? Not quite. Oh, but he's going to bully his way through almost. That one's to the ceiling. Anyone following
They are pretty low.
One more goal could kill it, but instead, it's back to their half.
Twisted Minds. Oh,
that's good positioning.
Thank goodness we got to hear the way too dank sound.
For Vitality. They've got them pinned back. They've got their boost under control. Twisted Minds are looking for the outlet pass.
Ooh, imagine.
Now
That first touch is not.
But it doesn't materialize. Vitality for now look like they're surviving.
Exotic, he's already up, wants to finish this on with a plum. It's saved by Atomic. Rise.
It's going to take a miracle. It's going to take a miracle. It's going to take a Nupo miracle. Oh my goodness. What a save. What a game. Hey, we get game 5. We get game 5. Hey, we like game 5.
If anyone out there wants to advertise Rocket League to their mates, send them that game.
Yeah, that was a good game.
5 minutes, say, watch this, and you will be hooked.
What a game.
It's unbelievable.
And now Poe's got 990.
Problem is you log in, you try and do that yourself, and you're like, oh, actually, never mind.
Almost 700. Was a pretty good 700 as well. What a game from him. Just unreal from these two in particular. They were the two coming in that we thought would be stealing the spotlight. It's been much more of a team game though. I mean, you pointed it out during the cast. Monkey Moon pulling away their great communication from Vitality on that goal.
It's just fair play to whoever put this highlight package together. I could not have picked the goals as that one went on because there were...
Actually, they didn't include the Nupo one. The nastiest Nupo one, I actually don't think was in that replay package.
Now going into game 5, do you try and ride that momentum? Do you try and ride that?
Nupo had 992 points.
Or do you talk to each other and say, bring it right back down?
I think they've got to be trying to calm down a lot.
A private match is still half points.
A long couple of days for these players, depending how quickly they can get out of Swift and into the next stage of the competition.
No, that would be like 1,800 points. That'd be way too many. So
Champions Field.
The Ultimates did lose a game. You're right. They lost game 1, but they're up in game 2.
To play those a little bit more safely, especially Twisted Minds. But
ooh, nice save. Another.
2 saves. Unreal. We're just getting right back to it.
Zen's going to try and take hold of this.
Old school type game 5. Because it's got Monkey Moon in it. If Monkey Moon is in it, it's old school. I'm talking about that old school. That's that old school air dribble bump.
The work was done for him by Exotic, but it's still Zen's name in the headlights.
Oh, Exotic actually, he slowed this one down so much that he gave Nupo and Rise a chance to panic.
Rise got to get out the way, dude. That's just Nupo gameplay. Looks like it doesn't matter. Name like a replay that Nupo hasn't done that at least once, where he's like, oh, excuse me, just get out of my way, teammate. I'm trying to make the clear.
They are against a man in Rise, though, who has for a long time been known as having ice in his veins when it comes to these deciding games. Twisted Minds could do with all that experience right now. Rise up against Zen. He's going to leave it for Zen. To come to Nalpo, Monkey Moon gets a touch, follows it up, Exotics to his right. Can Monkey Moon get his
that's that old school air dribble.
Nalpo saves. Monkey Moon does an awful lot of work. Send to the ceiling. Seems to me that Team Vitality have certainly stepped up. You're right that Twisted Minds were looking like the better team earlier, but Vitality just starting to exert a bit more control now.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Vitality are really pulling it together here. And it's all about communication for the Vitality lineup. When they have made mistakes today, it's usually too many players committing to the ball.
Oh, big misses. Big misses. Oh, what a save.
On target, but denied by Zen.
Yeah, the guy who we've got who presses the clang sound effects when the ball hits the post, he has been working overtime for this match.
Bang?
This one is
Bang? Ooh.
Off the post, once more for good measure, does get the equalizer.
Now pull little chip into the back corner, demo Zen.
That was very scoreable.
Too many points, not that he needs
Thank goodness Rise put it back
on.
on.
His teammates joined him in the attack, and they do score to tie the game. What a match it's been.
People trashing Rise in the match thread. Here you go. This is Rise. No touches with no service, but when he does get it, he gets it done. Good time for him to make a huge save, too, reading that. Rise is just like somehow the most clutch dude ever. Just gets the dubs. Makes the big play in the biggest moment. Somehow seems to play way better with the universe on the line.
Falcons, but here comes Zen up against them. Nalpo not just saves the ball, comes away with it cleanly, sets up Atomic, who can at least get this one to the backboard, and there's so much work that's been done from such an awkward situation.
Twisted Minds in green, though, I just
show with his offensive capabilities in the last game, but
don't love it, I'll be honest.
Defense as well, making up for the mistake
as the #1 rival of the Falcons, like forcing them onto the green just feels
so many mind games.
Not right.
Kickoffs and in open play today. Will it be a mind game that splits the difference between two evenly matched teams?
He's got the follow up here.
No way he hits these.
Pinch to get it to a teammate. He can, but Atomic will be met by Monkey Moon. Exotic will win this one cleanly. Zen was thinking about moving forwards, but isn't able to do it. It's another one.
Ooh, wow. Follow up. Ooh.
One save on route, but there's the shot.
The passing plays are good, man. Atomic and Nupo finding each other. That seemed like it was slightly behind Nupo too, but he hit the brakes and made sure to still get the shot.
Eventually, Vitality couldn't keep it out. Twisted Minds with the advantage. We've got to be careful here, though. Vitality have been tricking them. I've been reading them on kickoffs. It looks like they're just playing a little bit more standard now, trying to avoid that from happening.
It's worked out well. Wow. Another chance. Exotic from underneath him gets enough on it. Now
Zen versus Rise on one air dribble. Dude, Zen just gets another touch. Like, Rise is trying to wait as long as he can. He's just waiting till he could get a read, and Zen just doesn't let the ball drop ever.
2-2. Zen with an answer once more.
That new school air dribble.
Methods are the best. None of this reset rubbish. Just that last little air roll to get that final reach on the ball. And here we go again. It's Zen with another 100 boost. Now,
all right, we knew that this series would be cinema.
In the form that Zen's been in. Atomic tries to follow it up. Nalpo is almost there, but it's Zen that comes away somehow with 100 boost again. They've given her another chance. Surely not more from Zen.
Oh my goodness, how did they 50 that out?
But it ends up squirting wide.
Squirting wide is exactly how I would describe what happened to that ball.
Monkey Moon's got to be careful here, and he does well to double it into the back corner defensively. As Zen takes over once more. Exotic.
Oh, Nupo. That's a Nupo chow if I've ever seen one.
Away to Atomic here. And here comes Atomic the other way. Air double dunk, not able to go through Zen.
Something is building in this game 5. You can almost sense it. There's a real wonder goal bubbling away between these players. Exotic tries to just slap it in instead, but it's blocked.
Cole, you're jinxing it. Now we're going to get a poo goal.
Nalpo slows things down. Still a minute left. Rise thought for a second that ball was going over his shoulder into the back of the net, but Atomic was there.
Ooh, baby. That's a good one. That one did not squirt wide.
Quite a simple goal at the end of the day. Atomic, low boost, now pull low boost, Rise.
Yeah, it's nobody protecting back wall. So if that 50 gets sent straight up there. 3-2. This game has been cinema so far. This series has been cinema.
In what, could be one of the best series we see all weekend, but is it over? Is that the last goal? Do Twisted Minds have any more fight?
Out of Team Vitality, all these winners.
Oh, Nupo full tank. Nupo full tank.
This guy is Nalpo coming forward. Set up against Rise.
Nothing came out of it.
This one's gonna go high. Monkey Moon has a chance to sink it.
Ooh, got chased off. Nice chase. Zen chased him off. And then Monkey Moon hit him with that old school reset.
Monkey Moon wraps himself around the ball and puts it on net as Naupo's getting chased out of the net. 31 seconds left, still some time for Twisted Minds to work with, but they need possession.
Nah, it's got to be it. I guess we watched game 4, so we have to think it's possible.
They still have time, but they have to get hold of this ball. Atomic has it. He sends it back towards Team Vitality's hub. Now Power.
Oh! Wait! Hold? Oh, chat spam -2 real hard. They did not like Twisted Minds potentially losing, so he tells me it's going to come flying back up.
And they got 21 seconds left to work with.
1 out of 2 has been completed for Twisted Minds. Can they repeat the trick with the pressure ramped even higher? Zen has the ball now. 15 seconds left. It goes to the ceiling, and Naupo does have possession. This is where Team Vitality have been hurt.
He's out of boost now, though. You need Naupo with boost to end the game. Wait a second. That flick is nice. 50? Oh, he went another 50? He had the guts? Maybe there was no angle. Maybe there was no angle. Dude.
And what that means. Game 1 in the Swiss, by the way. Series 1 in the Swiss. In a 4-day event.
Unreal.
And this man is...
GG's. That was a fun one.
I mean, I can imagine Rise has been yelling pretty loudly anytime that they
Twisted Minds can feel good, man. That's, I mean, that could be, like they said, that could be a semifinal. That could be a best of 7 and have it be a semifinal later, and we'd all feel good about it.
I think that might have been a little bit of unleash of emotion there from Zen at the end of an unbelievable series from him. A crazy series overall, and Vitality do get the job done. It was exactly as we'd hoped it would be. I mean, what
Alien Escape.
Finally chat again.
They've been 29 months.
From these guys, Twisted Minds, probably the most quality loss you're going to see today, and Vitality are here to play. The whole team.
That was not me, by the way.
Effective at the end of the series.
That was maybe a caster that like breathed into the mic. I was like, wait a second. I just. B stream. All right. Do we hop over B stream? Or we might get interview from these guys. The Ultimates are winning 3-0.
But that is Mina's second team. You know, we were saying on the pre-show there's so much depth there, and any number of 7-8 teams could win this whole event. That's proof. Yeah, Twisted Minds are in the mix for sure. I mean, we're seeing Carmine Corp struggling earlier on today, so it's very unclear who the top dog.
Yeah, I think we want interview. We'll pip the B stream, which is just the Ultimates winning game number 3, 3-0.
Surprising result over there in the final.
Looks like they almost scored again.
South America and Mina both trying to spoil, upset the favorites.
They dropped a game, yeah. For some reason, all the favorites are dropping game 1.
Still Zen, really, at the end of the day, despite Naupo's best efforts.
But all we've had is a bunch of almost upsets, right?
And even at the end in game 5, you can see that mistake there.
Am I crazy? Someone typed exclamation practice.
As Naupo did make up for that mistake and saved his team on many occasions.
Yeah, we've just had almost. KC clutched, Vitality clutched, NRG clutched, GK clutched. The only sweep has been Furia on the Chiefs.
Zen, congratulations.
All right.
A great performance
Zen
from
interview.
you especially, but of course the entire team as well. I have to ask you though, preparations coming into this event with the time away that you've had, how have you really utilized that prior to the major?
Alors déjà, félicitations à toi et à toute l'équipe. Si on en vient un peu sur votre préparation, comment est-ce que ça s'est passé de votre côté, les préparations à ce major?
Tout d'abord, on a beaucoup travaillé. Déjà, moi, de l'année dernière, j'avais un playstyle un peu différent. Là, j'essaye de un peu changer, mais c'est encore un peu dur. Du coup, on a forcément des difficultés. Mais sinon, la prépa, elle a été très bonne. Donc, je suis super fier de l'équipe.
So, you know, last year I had a different play style, and because of the player change, now I have to kind of change that again, which takes a bit of time, but we prepare pretty well, and I'm really happy with the way we prepared this major, so perfect.
You guys had us
Is
on
Sphinx
the
the
very
youngest
edge
player?
Of our seats, and
I just
that
saw
game
Sphinx
2 and 3,
cam, and
like
he just looked so young.
Momentum for yourself and the team. Can you
See if
talk
they
to
show
me
him
about
again.
what you think might have
This guy.
gone wrong for you in
This
that?
is Sphinx, right?
Alors c'est vrai que ça s'est joué vraiment jusqu'au bout et surtout les
Yeah,
matchs
he
2 et 3,
looks crazy
il semblait
young.
que vous avez perdu peut-être un peu de votre momentum. Est-ce que tu pourrais nous dire rapidement finalement qu'est-ce qui s'est passé à ce moment-là?
Free Mommy, let's go.
Je pense déjà
David the 4 months prime. Goes to K Dennis.
C'est une équipe qu'il faut pas sous-estimer. Du coup, ça nous a peut-être un peu perturbé qu'ils commencent un peu à rush les balles, etc.
Why even do it in French? You mean Zen?
Je pense que c'est juste nous, on s'est un peu.
Yeah, I would
genre, entre guillemets,
not be surprised. You have to know language pretty darn well before you take an interview in that language.
Minds, they are a really good team, and we really do not have to underestimate them. And we were maybe a bit surprised by the fact that they start rushing the ball. So we really just had to make sure to really get into the game again.
Wait, there was surprise that Twisted Minds rushed the ball?
Was a force to be reckoned with in that entire series. What do you think it was that he was doing incredibly well against you to be able to score so many of those goals?
C'est pour ça que particulièrement Mupo, qui a été vraiment très bon sur ce match, qu'est-ce que tu penses qu'il a réussi à faire pour vous marquer autant de buts finalement pendant cette série?
Bah, Nupo, c'est un joueur très mécanique, il est très rapide et il nous surprend beaucoup genre, sur les rushs vu que bah, il ball chase et je pense que c'est un peu leur playstyle quoi. Du coup,
I heard Nupo's mechanical and ball chases. Did I not hear that?
Il a réussi à nous battre, entre guillemets.
So you know, Nupo is a really mechanical player. He's really great. He's also always rushing the ball. He's always ball chasing. So yeah, I think he kind of surprised us a bit because of his play style. But yeah, that's
I understood that French that from Zen. I didn't even need the additional. I heard Nupo, mechanic, ball chase.
Showing from yourself and the team. Is it safe to say that you might be feeling a little bit more confident in this iteration of Team Vitality?
Alors c'est vrai que si on prend un peu la situation de l'année dernière avec Team Vitality, comment ça s'est passé, peut-être pas votre meilleur showing, est-ce que tu pourrais nous dire comment là ça se passe plutôt est-ce que vous êtes plus satisfait par la manière dont
We're for real watching a French interview? Yeah, we are.
Bah déjà, cette année
Here's
on a
your
Monkey Moon qui est 2 fois champion du monde, donc forcément avoir Monkey Moon dans son équipe c'est un atout, tu peux le trust à 100% et du coup il te met trop en confiance en fait. Et Exo qui a été MVP l'année dernière et moi j'avais trop envie de jouer avec lui depuis que j'ai 13 ans, du coup forcément je le connais beaucoup et c'est surtout sur le trust et je pense que l'année dernière en fait on avait perdu un petit truc dans notre équipe qui a fait que c'était un peu moins bien qu'en 2023.
So you know, having like Monkey Moon, which is a 2-time world champion, really helps a lot. And also Exotic, like I really wanted to play with him since I was 13 years old. So being able to play with him is really great. So it's all, I think, about trusting others. And maybe last year we were maybe missing a thing within the team. So we are really much more confident now playing with my teammates. So.
What kind of things have you gone on to kind of learn from the likes of Monkey Moon and also Exotic?
Man.
Qu'est-ce que finalement t'as appris d'avoir Exotic et Monkey Moon à tes côtés?
Bah en fait, vu que j'avais commencé à perdre souvent en 2024, j'ai un peu perdu confiance.
Every French player says they want to play with Exotic. I think Zen and Exotic have been like buddies for a long time.
Cassio, je fais un travail avec lui, que ce soit Cassio ou Dinep, je fais un travail avec eux pour essayer de me sortir le mieux possible.
So you know, last year, since we lost quite a lot of games, I started losing my confidence. But now I have been able to work on that with the coach, Cassio, and the manager as well. It's still an ongoing process, but I'm definitely working back on this.
One thing is for certain, I was hearing an abundance of confidence when you were yelling with your team. So congratulations again on that victory. The fun is not over yet though, because coming up very shortly, we've got none other